Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Got a really special video for you all today. I'm going to be showing you guys my entire magic collection. Everything I have, kind of where I keep it, how I organize everything. I've had this idea for a while now. I've seen a few other magic channels do the same thing where they show off their entire magic collections. And so I just thought it'd be fun. Be fun for me to do, and hopefully fun for you guys to watch as well. So this will be kind of a long video, so you don't have to watch all of it or any of it, really. I'm not going to be performing any magic in this video, but I am, like I said, just going to show you guys everything that I have. So let me grab my camera and pause the video for a moment, and we'll go ahead and start the tour. All right, so we are in my house. We are in the combination guest room slash office. This is usually an office, but when we have company over, we'll take out the desk. We have a guest bed that we set up and it becomes our guest room. But otherwise, it is our office. And this is where I sit to do my videos. I'll set up my tripod right here on the floor. I'll sit in that chair, and this is kind of the view that you guys get during my videos. So that is the desk where the magic happens. And then over here is where I keep everything. I've got three kind of shelving units with pull-out drawers that I'll show you guys what's in those. And then I've got a shelf here along the window, by the wall here, that I keep some of my bigger items, and I'll show you guys what is over there. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you guys what's on the shelf here first. So over here in the corner, we've got my tripod. That is what I set up and attach my phone to do my recording. Down here, I've got my microphone. I'm actually not in love with this microphone, so if any of you guys have a different microphone that you use that works well for you, please let me know, because I might be looking into a different microphone. This is my mental die. This is something I purchased pretty recently, and it's honestly probably my favorite thing that I've bought in the last couple of years. Basically what it is you can turn your back, or you can be in a different room altogether, and the spectator rolls a dice, and you know what number they rolled. So there's lots of different effects you can do with this. You can do a color match routine. You can do an any card at any number, million different possibilities. And I've only kind of scratched the surface of what you can do with it. So definitely recommend the mental die. This is my peanut butter and jelly routine. This is my die box. This is the trick where, kind of a kid's trick where the die kind of goes back and forth, but it ends up disappearing at the end. If you buy this version online, it's going to look differently because I painted mine. I painted mine just all red and black. I just think it looks better that way. And the yellow die really pops visually compared to the red and the black. But that is my die box. This is my Joker tube. This is the trick with the red and yellow and green balls that kind of switch places and get out of order. This is the billet box. I just did a video of that not too long ago, so check that out. This is not really a magic item. It's just one of those drinking birds. Just a kind of a weird little thing that I keep here on the shelf. This is a nice set of cups and balls. I actually got this from Craig's Magic Table. So check out his channel. He had like a drawing or a giveaway a while ago, and I ended up winning that, and he sent me this nice cups and balls. So I'll be doing a video of that at some point. And then over here is the Hippity Hop Rabbit. This is the trick with the white and the black rabbits that kind of switch colors and switch places. Again, kind of a kid's trick. I did a video of that probably a few years ago. You can go back and check out my video of the Hippity Hop Rabbits if you want. And then lastly, down here on the floor is something that I kind of made. And if I turn it around, you might recognize what it is. This is actually what's called an attaboy. You can Google it, you can look it up. But basically what it is it's a card trick where the spectator can call out stop whenever they want, and they will always end up finding their own card, basically. You can find videos of it on YouTube or whatever. If you saw the face of it, it basically looks like an old hotel bellhop. Now, I didn't really like the look of it just because I think hotel bellhops are kind of outdated, not really a modern thing that you see too often. So I kind of just took some poster board and some construction paper and just kind of made my own front of it that I attached. The trick still works the same way, and you'll see a video of it at some point, but I've got Princess Peach there in the castle, and I've got kind of a little story that goes along with the trick. So I'll be doing a video of this at some point, but this is basically an attaboy trick if you're familiar with what that is. So that is everything that I have here on the floor and along the shelf. So let me pause the video for a moment and get reset, and we will start looking through these drawers over here. So stay tuned. All right, guys, let's keep the tour going here. I'm going to start over here on the left and show you guys everything that is in here. So let me start up top, actually. I've got a little lizard here. Not really magic related, but just kind of cool looking that I keep over here with all my stuff. I've got a jumbo deck of cards right there. And then I've got a box that is painted to look like a dice. And if you're wondering what's inside, if you think I keep dice inside, you would actually be correct. This is where I keep all my dice, different colored dice, different sizes and whatnot. So if I need to use a dice in a trick, I just open up that box and grab one. And then I've got the shelves here. Let me go ahead and start at the bottom and work my way up. So I'm not going to show you guys every single thing I have and explain what it is. I'll just kind of try to go somewhat quickly through all these drawers. And also I'm going to be doing a lot of this one-handed since I'm holding the camera. So please bear with me if the camera work isn't the greatest. But we'll start here at the bottom. I've got a trick called Slate of Mind that I've done a performance of in the past. So check that out. Got some extra balls here for the Joker tube in case I lose one or whatever. So I've got some extra balls down here. And then some silks, different colored silks that I keep down there. So that is what is in there. Next up is kind of my random drawer, a lot of like arts and crafts and kind of DIY stuff I keep in here. I've got double stick tape, which is essential. I've got invisible thread. I've got a couple magic wands. This magic wand I got also from Craig's Magic Table. So really cool magic wand here. Here's another one, magic wand that I've used a lot. Just different notebooks, some matches if I need matches for a trick. I've got some in here. I've got a little Lego magician guy right there. He's holding some cards. Check him out. Yeah, just kind of some little, got a breakaway wand right here if you've seen that before. Post-it notes. So if I need to use a paper to make a prediction during a trick, I'll just grab some Post-it notes out of here. So just kind of a random drawer in here. Only a few things in this drawer. This is called Trick or Treat. It's kind of a kid's Halloween themed trick. Got the long and short trick right here. Vocabulary. I posted a video of this not too long ago, so check that out. Again, a little kid's trick. And the magic coloring book. So you probably know what the magic coloring book is. That is mine right there. Next up is kind of some close-up tricks. I've got, let's see, I've got my delights. If you know what those are, I've got my thumb tip right here, my version of the silent treatment. If you've seen that before, I've got my wow gimmick back here. You've probably seen that before. I've got my special wallet. You probably know what that is. I've got Awesome. It's called Awesome. You can Google it or YouTube it. Really cool trick involving a Rubik's Cube. So that's kind of some of the stuff I have in here. Up here is where I keep a lot of my kids' tricks. So a lot of these are kids' tricks that you're familiar with. Color changing chips, which is a favorite of mine. The matchbox penetration, where the toothpick goes through the matchbox. That is in here. I've got my Chinese sticks. You know what those are. Some mouth coils back here. A trick called the Mummy Mystery with 3 mummies. That's a fun trick I posted before. What else? This is the, I think it's called the television box with the colored cube. You put it in the box, put the lid on it, and then you can tell what color is showing or what color is face up. Super Sight. Again, that's one of my absolute favorites, like non-card tricks. Maybe you've seen that before, called Super Sight. So that's kind of what's in here. A lot of kids stuff in here. Ball and vase, it's a classic. And then up top here is a lot of my tricks that involve like envelopes. This trick involves an envelope, this one, these over here, these. So any trick that involves like an envelope. Got my sponge balls. Actually, these should be down here with the kid stuff. But some kind of, anything that's kind of flat or envelope-like, I keep in here. A lot of mentalism stuff goes up here. So that is pretty much it for this unit. Let me pause the video real quick and I'll move on to what's over here. So stay tuned. All right, we are back. I just showed you guys this drawer. This is where I keep all of my kids stuff, my mentalism, my close-up stuff, really all my non-card stuff. Over here is where I keep all of my card effects, which is mostly what I do if you watch my channel. So I'm going to show you guys everything I have in here. We will go ahead and start up top with some of my books that I have. Got David Copperfield's History of Magic right there. Nick Tro's Subtle Card Creations, Volume 3. I actually just got that a couple of months ago, so I'm looking into getting some more of those books. I think there's 8 or 9 volumes altogether. So if any of you have a favorite volume of this series, please let me know, and I'll look into getting that one next. A good book called Fooling Houdini. Not really a magic book. It's not full of magic tricks or anything like that, but it's a interesting book about kind of how the brain processes magic and how magic works, psychologically. So really interesting book there. I recommend that. Probably my #1 favorite card trick book is right here, the Encyclopedia of Card Tricks. I've probably gotten more mileage out of that book than any other book. So I definitely recommend that if you don't already have it. And then finally up top here, I've got an old book. As you can see, it's pretty old and worn and beat up, but it's Scarney on Card Tricks. And this book is one of the things that first got me interested in magic. I was probably 9 or 10 years old, and I found this book at our house down in the basement. So I imagine my dad must have had it at some point. And I started going through it, and I would ask my dad once in a while to show me a card trick out of this book, and he would. And at some point, I just kind of stole it and kept it for myself. So this is one of the things that got me first interested in magic. So a lot of sentimental value here with this book. Let me go ahead and go through the shelves. I'll start again at the bottom and work my way up. So down here is pretty much where I keep all of my instructions. I've got an entire folder here just of mental die routines. And then just a lot of other instructions. So mostly instructions I keep in here. Got a few magazines. I've got a Genie magazine, a couple of Magic magazines as well, but mostly instructions down here at the bottom. Next shelf up, I keep a few special decks of cards. Most of these I got on vacation. So for example, we've got my deck from the Bahamas, from New York, Colorado. I've got a cool Legend of Zelda deck. I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan, so I've got some cool Zelda cards here. There's the Triforce right there. And then my wife got me a deck of cards not too long ago for Father's Day or my birthday or something. It's got me and my wife and our 2 boys there on the back, which is kind of cool. So some special decks of cards in here. Next up is a few more books. Royal Road, Charles Jordan's Best Card Tricks. A few others. That's a good book, The Invisible Gorilla. So a few more books in here. Sleights of Mind. So a few extra books. In here is where I keep all of my packet tricks. A lot of you keep packet tricks maybe in an envelope like this, but I chose to just make some card boxes out of regular construction paper, and I keep my packet tricks in here. So label them packet tricks, and then on the back of each box, I write down what packet tricks are in that box. So if I want to do Color Monty, for example, I just look through my boxes until I see the one that says Color Monty, and then I know Color Monty is right in here, and I can go ahead and pull it out. So this is pretty much where I keep all of my packet tricks. up here is where I keep all of my gimmicked decks of cards. So any trick that uses a gaffed deck, I'll keep it in here. So for example, we've got my Brainwave deck. I just put a post-it note on the front of each deck and label what it is. This is my Brainwave deck, Stripper deck, Svengali deck, Thought Wave, if you know what that is. So any tricks is called Into Focus. I Owe You One. So any trick that involves a mental photography deck, you might know what that is. So any trick that involves a gimmicked deck, I keep in here. And then finally, I keep all my, I guess, regular decks of cards. These are all regular decks of cards. Rainbow deck right here. This is a marked deck. This is just extra red cards and extra blue cards. These are blank-faced cards. This is a deck of gaffed cards, green deck, pink deck. This is just extra jokers. So kind of my regular cards or extra cards I keep up top here. So that is pretty much everything I have card-wise. Let me pause the video again real quick and we will move over here. All right, last but not least, let's go ahead and show you guys what I have over here on the right. So got a few things on the bottom. I've got the box that goes along with the Joker tube and some extra red, yellow, and green balls, again, in case I lose one. Let me take this out. I've got a trick here called the Cube Prediction. It's a trick with red and black and blue wooden little cubes. I did a video of this a couple years ago, so check that out. This is a trick called Bricks, kind of a Lego themed trick. Again, you can buy this, you can Google it, called Bricks, B-R-I-X. So I really recommend that one. Here in the middle, I've got the appearing dice from bags. This is where you have an empty bag. You can show it empty, but you keep pulling dice after dice after dice from inside the empty bag. This is a trick called the Christmas Miracle, where the spectator is able to predict what toy you have inside of the present there. And then up top here, got a couple things. I've got a little treasure chest that I use for a kind of a pirate themed trick. I've got my change bag, kind of a shiny green change bag right there. I've got a duck puppet right there, and I've got a jumbo deck of cards. So that is everything, or most of the stuff that I have in here. And then lastly, up top, I have my close-up pad under here. Let me pull it out. That is my close-up pad that you see on all of my videos. And then lastly, I've got a couple of binders here. This is where I keep all of my notes. Really, every single card trick that I know how to do, I've typed it up and I've printed it out and I've put it in this binder here. So I had to get a couple of different binders. So this one's labeled A through O. This one is P through Z. And like I said, every card trick that I know how to do, I've typed up. I've typed up what the name of it is. I've typed up where I learned it, if I learned it from a book or if I learned it from, another YouTube channel. I type up, or I write down where I learned the trick from. I write down, is there a setup? Is it impromptu? Do you need any special cards? Is there a stack involved? Any sort of kind of preparation or setup for the trick. And then I write down, exactly how to perform the trick from start to end. So this is kind of my magic Bible, if you will. If I had to grab one thing out of this room, I would grab these two binders here. So I also have all this stuff backed up electronically, but I like to have it printed out as well. So these are my my two magic Bibles, if you will, full of all of my magic notes. So with that is pretty much everything I have. We've gone through all these shelves, what's up top, what's along the shelf here, and then my two binders. So that is it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If there's anything that you saw that you have questions about, or if you really want to see a performance of any of these things, or anything, just let me know. I'm happy to talk to you guys about these things and do any videos that you would want me to. So as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. I really love the support, and hopefully you got something interesting out of this video. If you watched all of it or any of it, I thank you for your time, and I hope to have you guys come on back real soon. Have a great day.